My night nurse.
Where your night nurse there?
Oh God.
Where your night nurse
All
there?
the pain is getting worse.
Where your night nurse there?
No.
Google bat.
Batting well a casa.
Ay, God. No, sir, this serious.
Un momento. Hello? Okay, I'll be right there.
Bye, baby.
Bye.
Love you. Love you. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning, good morning, Miss Tita, good morning. How are you this morning? Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. How is you doing on this fine morning? Thank you for coming, love. You're at work. Be safe. Thank you for stopping by. I am okay. I am okay. Indeed, I am. I want us to look at something, but I'm waiting until others join. I don't remember if I turned. I think I did, but let me double check. Let me double check. Thanks, thanks. I give you thanks for all you have done. I am so blessed. My soul is at rest. Oh Lord, I give you thanks. Thanks, thanks. I give you thanks for all you have done. I am so blessed. My soul is at rest. Oh Lord, I give you thanks. So good morning to each and every one. Or you work from home. Nice. Yeah, man. Happy to hear that. So, I have a little thing where I want us to look at. I want for us to look at this topic, living alone. Is it safe? Is it okay? It doesn't matter whether you're young or you're old. But is it okay? Is it okay to live alone? Remember to like as you join, guys. Remember to like as you join. All right? But is it okay to live alone? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in to each and every one. Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you all joining. Let me know your thoughts. Right. Miss TikTok says no. Now we can look at the advantages, right? The upside of it and the downside. All right. Some persons are okay living alone. They don't mind living alone because they love their peace and their tranquility. They love their space. So for them, it is okay to live alone. It is okay for them to be alone. You control everything that happens around you. You know, sometimes you put something down and somebody who lives there in the home with you move it and you cannot find it. You know you put it down in this spot, but yet when you're ready to use it, you can't find it because somebody has removed it. And you know some persons get very agitated when they cannot find stuff, when they know they put stuff down and they cannot find it. You control your own space, your own atmosphere. If you're a person like me who loves music, I love to play my music blaring. Yeah, man. I don't play music here because I play music now and then here and there. Um, but if you're a person who loves music, you don't have to be wondering or you have to turn it down because someone else, you control what happens around you. Now, if you're a prayerful person, someone who loves meditating, then that also is good for you. You're a person who is very creative. You need peace and quiet. You're a person who loves to meditate. Yes, you do need peace and quiet. Sometimes you have children, and those children are very distracting, and you love your peace. And sometimes, these are the things that causes persons to leave their relationships because there is no peace in the home. And persons will tell you there is no peace. Hence, why they prefer to live alone, and they will say that. You will hear some persons saying, I don't want any children. I don't want any children. Why? They love their peace and quiet. Mm-hmm. All right? So, because they want their peace, they prefer to be alone. Now, you also get to make your own decisions. You don't have no husband. You don't have no roommate or anyone in your immediate space that you have to negotiate with. All right? Okay, so today you wash the dishes, or this morning you wash, and later I will wash, or so the washroom is free for you today. Stuff like those. And you have persons who love to have their freedom. Miss TikTok says some prefer to have animals, but can animals give you a glass of water? No, no, certainly not. But you know something? You have some animals that are so trained, so very well trained, that you can actually send those animals, you train those animals, and they can do certain things. You have animals who can open door. Oh Lord. You have some animals that can in fact open some doors, and they can do a number of things. Give me a moment, guys. Give me a moment. Sure. Sure. Yes, sorry about that. Family come first. Yes. So, as I was saying, Miss TikTok, these are some of the discussions that we need to have from time to time because it has its pros and its cons. It has its up and its downside. Before we actually get into it, though, there is a favorite, one of my favorite, I should say, one of my favorite psalm that I would like for us to explore or just to, give thanks. I love this psalm. Love it. Psalm 91 and Psalm 92. But this morning, I also would have said the psalm yesterday morning. It is a good thing to give thanks unto Jehovah and to sing praises unto his name, O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning and thy faithfulness every night. It is a good thing to give thanks unto God. He woke us up each morning. He's always faithful, no matter what we are going through. Even when we are unfaithful to him, he remains faithful. So it is always a good thing to remain with a praise on our lips, in our hearts. It's always good to give thanks unto our Creator, unto our Maker. It is a good thing to recognize him, not only in the mornings when we wake, but right throughout the day. You keep a praise in your heart. You send up some praise. You might not shout a praise, a hallelujah, but you keep a song, you meditate on him. It is always a good thing to give thanks. Can you imagine? You are in a foreign country. You're in America, you're in England, you're in Scotland, you're in Ireland, you're wherever you are, and someone sends you some money. I'm going to say you're in the Caribbean, Jamaica, because that's where I'm from. And somebody from England send you some good English pound. And the person sends you pick that money up, you received that money. And there is no thank you behind it. There is no thanks. Does it encourage you to send again? Someone sends you a barrel back home to Jamaica, and there is no thank you behind it. It shows that you're ungrateful. It doesn't show gratitude. So I'm saying to us this morning, it is a good thing to give thanks unto God. Lift up his name and tell somebody about the goodness of God. He woke us up each morning. And we are so undeserving of his love. We are so undeserving of his grace. Yet still, he wakes us up each and every morning. We may not be in the best of health, like myself, but you still have to find a place to be thankful unto him and bless his name. For Jehovah is good, his mercies endure it to all generation. Not to the Bible generation, but to all generation. So give a thanks, give a praise, give thanks unto him. Yes, man. Yes, man. Let it be known that God is good. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for this new day. We give you thanks for waking us up this morning. We are so undeserving, but mighty God, because of your love for us, because of your grace and your mercies, which is new every morning. New every morning is your love. Our waking and uprising proves that. We are thankful for your grace and your mercy each morning that you wake us up. We are giving you thanks, Almighty God, for your provision. We are giving you thanks for your ever presence in our lives. We are thankful for this YouTube channel. We are thankful for meeting new friends. We are thankful for our friends, our children, our families. Even the friends that we have made here in this virtual space, who we have never met, but they are good to us. They are positive, and they continue to spread positivity amongst us as friends, as family. We have now become family, and we are grateful for this space. Mighty God, knit us closer, bind us closer. Almighty God, teach us your love, the way to love, to truly love, and to forgive. These and other mercies we place in your hands while we tell you thanks. Amen. Thank you to all my lovely, beautiful people for stopping by, for tuning in. Thank you, each and every one, for being here. And I would like your input as well, all right, if you don't mind. And hit that thumbs up as you join. It speaks to the algorithm, all right? Yes, man, it speaks to the algorithm. So talk with me and let me know what you think, all right? Hello there. Hello there, Dennis. How are you doing, my friend? It's been a minute. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming in. How have you been? God bless you. Thank you for being here. It is another beautiful day on my side, and I must give thanks for God's generosity. All right. So, as I was saying, living alone has its up and its downside. All right. I don't live alone, but I'm alone most of the time because my son, he left not too long ago for work. His wife also is at work. If I was by my daughter, it would be the same thing. Yes, I'm okay. I am okay. I'm giving God thanks. She's also at work. Sometimes she works part-time. Sometimes she's at home, sometimes she's at work. So for those days that she's at work, I'm alone. I love my alone time. I love my space. But being alone has its ups and its downs, the positives and the negatives. All right? So there are no boundaries when you're living alone. You do pretty much whatever you want to do. You call the shots because there's no one there in your space. And sometimes persons have to share space for various reasons. No, these are just some of the upside. You decorate to your suit, to your liking. You put things where you want them, and there's no one to tell you that it doesn't look good there. If someone even comes for a short visit, it's not their place, they can make suggestion. And I think this would look better there or something. But it's you, it's all up to you decorating how you want it. You set up your space for your spiritual practice. If you are a person who have your prayer room, that's a place where you go, and even though you are alone, but this is where you go and you speak to your God. This is where you communicate with God. Miss TikTok says, me and my daughter work from home. No, she's going out to work and I'm gonna miss her in the daytime. Wow, really? Really? I have always have people around me right throughout the day. Yeah, man. I have always had people around me right throughout the day. My children have always been with me. And you know, I have a lot of children, 9 of them to be exact. So I always have a small one around me until they started school. But I was never alone. There was never a time when I am alone. Mm-mm. Even if have I ever been alone while I was in Jamaica? I can't remember. Yes. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, guys. Morning, sweetheart. I am okay, love. Yes, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. I can't remember a time when I have been alone, like alone. Welcome to my silent viewers. You all are amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my members. It's a long time I not shout out my members. And it is not intentional. But please forgive me. Please forgive me. All right? It's not that you're underlooked or overlooked, but the brain is not braining sometimes. All right? Yeah, man. I haven't forgotten about you. I haven't overlooked you. Not by a long shot. Um, no. Let me see. Yes. There were very, very seldom times when I was alone. Very seldom. But I tell you something. It was never for long periods. It was never for long periods. Let me see something. It was never for long periods, never like for days and ends. No. But guess what? I always enjoyed my short alone time. Yeah, man, I always enjoyed my short. And if you notice, I said short because I've never been like for days or an entire day by myself. No. Never been by myself for an entire day. So I always enjoy my alone time. But here, I am alone more than I am with persons. And yesterday I was feeling sick. Yeah, I was feeling very sick yesterday. And I was alone. I called my daughter and I explained to her how I felt. No, it doesn't take an hour or two for you to pass. It takes moments for us to pass, to block out. You know, what if you're walking by yourself? You have persons, who have seizures and they're walking on the street by themselves. They're not supposed to because they know they have this condition. And they're walking by themselves and they block out. Really? Yes, you can be with people and feel alone. Yes, man. You can be with people and still feel alone. We Jamaicans would say it's on a way, but yes, it can happen. It does happen. Rabban, bless up yourself wherever you are. Big up yourself, always. Bless life journey. Big up yourself. Love and love alone, always, my darling. Kevnish. From doubt to power. Bless up, bless up, bless up. All my subscribers, all my viewers, yeah, man, all my silent people and those who are commenting, bless up on yourself, big up on yourself. No, you're not supposed to be alone at no time because at any time you can black out. At any time, a seizure can come on. It doesn't really, I've never had one and I don't wish to have one. Yes, man. Yes, man. Amazing people. Amazing people. Simone TV. Yes, man. Tea time with Lady Let's. My brain is probably the root cause. I'm usually miles ahead of people in understanding things. Okay, sometimes I'm slow. Yeah, sometimes I'm very slow. But it's okay. We all move at our own pace. Not true? Yeah, man. So, when you know you have a condition, you already know people don't like know it all. Yeah, that's true. That's your twinny. All right, yeah, man. People not like people who feels that they know everything. They can get irritated by it. That is true. So, what's happening now is you're going out, you're walking on the street, you're alone, and here comes the seizure. Boop, you fall, and that could be it. That could be it. Bless up yourself, Miss Gay. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you for joining. Yes, another beautiful subscriber here, Miss Gay. Gay Blake, bless up, bless up. Whole heap of blessings, darling. Mika, bless up, bless up, bless up. Yeah, man, always. Love and love alone, always. No, you walking on the street. Miss Gay, check the topic, darling. Check the topic and give your feedback. And if anyone want to come up and you can just indicate to me and let me drop the link. All right? And you can come up, we can discuss. It would be nice to have a discussion one-on-one where persons give their feedback. It's always beautiful to listen to another person instead of just myself and I up here talking. All right? Yeah. No, you're walking. What if you're crossing a busy thoroughfare? You're crossing a street and you fall. Just imagine that. Now, yesterday, as I was saying, I felt flustered. Right now, I'm still in bed. Still in bed. And not that I'm afraid to get up, because I was sitting when I felt like that yesterday. I was sitting and I felt lightheaded. Yeah, lightheaded was how I felt. And my breathing was kind of not irregular, but for some reason it was like I had to take deep breaths. And I felt like I was gonna pass out. So I'm thinking that maybe my brain wasn't getting enough oxygen. And I called my daughter. Yeah, all right. There you go, Miss Gay. It has its upside and it has its downside. It has its ups and its downs. Now, let me tell you something. When I was sitting there, I felt afraid and I felt alone. Right there and then, loneliness never bothered me. Loneliness has never been an issue for me. I know it's not healthy to be alone, to live alone, that is. It's not good. Especially for someone who has an illness, a deadly illness, you know? Or for anyone for that matter. It's not good for anyone to live alone. You know, you have persons in their 70s, 80s, even 90s living alone. Family members come and look at them from time to time. I don't think when we have our elderly, yesterday I was talking about how we care for our elderly. That was the topic yesterday. If you all want to go and check it out, you can. But our elderly needs people around them. Okay. There you go. Now, for our elderly people, I mean, people like in Jamaica, a neighbor was home alone living and fell in the bathroom days after they found her in the bathroom. Wow. And you know something? If she had persons coming to check on her, maybe she could have lived, you know. Maybe she could have lived. But because she did not have anyone to look on her to see that she was in distress, maybe she didn't die same time. But these things happen. These things do happen. All right. So I called my daughter and she came over yesterday. When she came over, she test my pressure and my pulse and these things, and everything was looking normal. Everything was good. Because she was wondering if my pressure dropped. But is it good, generally, on a whole, to be living alone? As I mentioned earlier, some of the pros. we have to weigh the pros and cons, all right, in living alone. No, I was at how you worship. If you're a person who worship, God bless my mother's soul. But at 2 a.m., my mom got up, went to the bathroom. My friend was visiting from Jamaica and went to the bathroom and found my mother. Whoa! Whoa! You see it? That's coma right there. That's coma right there. Was that what took her home? Let me know, Miss TikTok. Was that what took her home? I'm sorry to hear that. But condolence to you, my darling. How long ago she passed? I did not know my mother. Some of you may have heard me say that. Wow. Oh, Lord. Wow. And at 600, and that's not what took her. It was not her time. So you see, some things that you might be sick, you might have a terminal illness, and that may not be what, send you home. Yeah, man. It is good that someone was there because who knows? Who knows? My God. You can even have people in the home, and you're feeling sick. You're in your bedroom alone, and someone is right next to you in another room. Okay, my darling. Okay. Let's not go there. Let's not go there, my darling. All right. Just rub out everything we may just say. All right. Rub it out. Scratch it. No, you can be in a room like I'm in my room. My son is in a room almost next door me. And I may be in need of help. And I can't even call out to him. The phone is right beside me. And I may not even be in the position to take up the phone and ring him. Excuse me. These are things that we have to look into. Almost every morning when I am doing a live stream, I have hiccup. And I may need to get up soon and go get something to eat, maybe an orange. To take my medication. All right. So these are some of the things that we have to look into. All right. Now, when you are someone who, my son, he's an artist. I have a son who is an artist, and he loves he's always locked up in his room. Even when he's not painting, he's locked up in his room. Not my son who is here. And these people need time to get their creative juices flowing. All right? It is good to be alone. It's good to have alone time because we all need our little time and space. Yeah, man. We all need our time and our space. But in your alone time, you get to hear your own thoughts without external noise or noises. Seems you in my house right now. Same thing with my mother. My daughter heard loud sound. It was my mom. Whoa. Oh, Lord. Leave it alone, my darling. Leave it alone. Yeah, leave it alone, sweetheart. Yeah, man, leave it alone. And me understand. Me kinda understand. But Miss TikTok, we all are going to leave this beautiful world one day. We just don't know when, everything has an expiry date. Everything has an expiry date. We just don't know when our expiry date is. Yeah, man. You have persons who live with terminal illness for years. And that is not what takes them. So here, you're able to hear your own thoughts clearly. You're able to think rationally. There is no external noises to distract you. Sometimes living alone too accelerates personal growth, your own personal growth, and being aware of self-awareness. You don't have no husband to stop you from going out. No wife to stop you from coming in to tell you, say, where you're coming from, ask you where you're coming from at this hour. You don't have you will have persons who check up on you from time to time. Yeah, mommy, where are you? Daddy, where are you? But you go and come as you please. You have your own flexibility. All right? No need to coordinate schedules or habits with someone you're living with. Yeah, man. You move at your own pace. You do things when you want to, in your own time. All right? Yeah, man. So these are the pros. Those were just some of the pros of living alone. No, loneliness will creep in, Loneliness can and will creep in at some point. Because even people who are strong and very much independent, sometimes the weight of silence weighs heavily down on them. Sometimes. Yeah, man. And these are the times when they will call a friend or they will go out. Probably go out to a club. I'm not a club person. I love going to the movies though. I don't go there often. But my son will just say to me, Mommy, me I carry you go movie later and you can't tell me no. Because I buy the ticket already. I love being home. I just enjoy being home. I don't know if it is because I started having children early and I always wanted to go out. When I was having my children, I always wanted to go out. But the opportunity is never there, because if you always have small children and you don't have nobody to keep them and you don't have nobody to go, you don't have nobody to go out with, even though I enjoy my own company, but when you're going out, when you walk on the road, sometimes it's good to have somebody walking with you and you can share thoughts with. Me too, I'm a homebody. Yeah, man, I love being at home. I enjoy my own company. I enjoy being at home. And I will be here. Probably may I read my Bible. I may love play a game on my phone. Me love play a game on my phone. All right? So I will be playing game on my phone uninterrupted. My son will be here as well. And we don't speak to each other. We're not in anomalies. But he's a game head. Can't they home on board? I don't know how some people, my children, especially the two younger ones, Mommy, me bored. Me want to go somewhere. I want to go here. I want to go there. I say you need to enjoy your own company. Not all the while you need to be in someone's company. Enjoy your own company, man. So, my son, for the most part, is my baby, my son, my last born, my wash belly. He's at home most times. He doesn't work because of stuff, you know. So he's always there. Him, I talk him out of the whole heap of friend and company, because in today's world, you need to keep your circle very small, because these friends are not friends who they used to be. They don't make them like one time anymore. These friends are not as friends should be. Friend these days, friend you feel where you have. Then friend you feel where they can get from you. Then friend you feel kill you. Let me not use that word. Let me take that back, although I can't take back. But then you know what I'm saying. They friend you to hurt you. These are the friends that we have. Guys, just give me a moment. Let me go get an orange and some grapes and take my medication, all right? Please to bear with me. I'll be right back. Thank you. And so sorry. Starting over again. And I bless the day he didn't throw away over and over. And makes it into his life. He fashions name. Oh, a vessel. Oh, I am today. Oh, because my father, he didn't throw the day away. Well, he is the potter, and I am the clay. Molded in the day, he wants me to stay. But then I stumble and I fall, and my back so good. He'll just pick up those pieces. He'll never throw the clay away. Over and over, he molds me and makes me into his likeness. Oh, he fashions the clay, a vessel of honor. I am today. All because my father, he didn't throw the clay away. Over, over and over. Oh yes, he molds me and makes me into his likeness. Oh, he fashions the clay, a vessel of honor. I am today. Oh, because my father, he didn't throw the clay away. Over, over and over. Oh yes, he molds me and he makes me into his likeness. Oh, he fashions the clay. Oh, a vessel of honor. I am today. Oh, because my father, he didn't throw the clay away. Miss Jazzy, my beautiful, beautiful Miss Jazzy, how are you doing, sweetheart? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I stepped away just now to go get something to eat because I'm feeling lightheaded again. Started to feel dizzy. You know, we don't want any passing out over here. But welcome, Miss Jazzy. It's not a silent stream, all right? Miss TikTok says, "Wow, tell me about it." I always tell my daughter she don't have no friends. A true man. Dennis says there are two reasons it's hard to trust people. One, you don't know them. Two, you know them. And you know, I've never looked at it like that, you know, Dennis. But you are so right. You know them, and yet still you don't know them. I've spoken this before, sleeping with the enemy. Yes, man. Sometimes you are sleeping with the enemy, and that enemy. Okay, Miss Jazzy, thank you, my darling. Thank you so, so much. Remember now, guys, if you want to come up and give your input, give your 2 cents on the topic, it's fine. Just let me know and I'll drop the link in the chat, all right? Let me take one pill. Let me, just allow me to take this taste bad pill, yeah, it smell awful. I don't know how it tastes, but boy, the smell of it alone turned me off. The smell, it smell like I'm actually having metal. I'm happy to hear that you're doing better. I'm happy to hear that. Yesterday, um I had a sense of like I was about to pass out, about to block out, or however it is. Let me take these two pills. Give me a moment. Okay. Okay, we're back. So, Miss Jazzy, the question is it okay? Is it okay to live alone? Doesn't matter whether you're young or you're old. Is it okay to live alone? No, I had stated some of the I had stated some of the pros of living alone. Yes, he's right. Dennis is very, very right. So, as I would have stated earlier, and I don't have all my pointers down, but I've made a few points. Even people who are strong, resilient, persons who have it all, you know, they have it all figured out, and they are strong in the sense that they have always been alone and it wasn't a problem. Even they too at times feel the weight of the silence bearing down on them. They find out that there is no laughter. There is no real laughter in the home. Yes, they might be able to watch the television from time to time. Probably they will be on the phone with a friend or, you know. And these days, a lot of persons don't want to live with anyone because they have seen, um, just like Dennis said, you know persons, but you don't know them. You cannot tell who a person truly is. You have your child, and that child shows you one side, but you don't see the other side of that child. Now that's your own child. You know your child will set up your own demise. You have your child, and that child will cause you to lose your life. You you birth that child doesn't mean that you actually know that child. You have been married to this man for 10, 20 years. You might be able to tell what he's capable of, his pattern, But you know, sometimes some people can flip just like that. Something can happen and a person just flip. And persons will pretend. Persons can pretend to, pretend very well. So you can be with this person for years and you don't know what is really going on inside that person's head. You cannot read a person's mind. All right? So there are things, there are reasons why persons, and they have valid reasons too, why they don't want to live with anyone. You have children and they disrupt your peace more than a stranger does. Dennis says, I have found that it is lonely, but it has caused me to look at myself very closely, to question what I'm doing that people are not fond of. Let me tell you something, Dennis. I was told that I am too blunt, I am too plain. That's why persons don't really come to my channel. That's why persons don't really like me then. Because I am too plain. I speak it as it is. Not as it may be, but as it is. I don't like to be a hypocrite. I don't like to be a hypocrite. And if I am here and I cannot tell you the truth, if something is not right, I am going to say it as it is. Persons will skirt around it and persons will not address it, but trust me, I will. Even if you don't want to come and visit my channel again, it is okay, because at some point my channel, if it is that I should if the algorithm should develop a love or a likeness for me, trust me, the algorithm will be kind to me, if it is that it should. All right? So if you don't like me, you don't have to come on my channel. You don't have to visit me. You don't have to call to me when you see me no way. It doesn't really matter to me, because I speak the truth. No, you have persons who, I have said it before, they know what my channel is about, and you're going to click on and click off. You know what you're doing because you're not a child. When me talk about them something there, them vex. Persons come to your channel, they are YouTubers too, and them no like your content. Them will sit down there for the entire duration that you are live. If you are live for an hour, they will be there, and they never give a thumbs up. You have persons who them will tell you, say, I'm here in the background, and nothing no go so. Then gone, they have left, and then they come back and tell you, I am still here. You are not a fool. You have sense. And if somebody leave, you may not know who left. You may not know who left, but you're gonna see that someone left, and you're going to see that they just came back. All right? And when I taught these things, persons vex. Persons don't like it, but it's the truth. And Bob Marley, was it Bob Marley who sang a song? Him? No, I know Bob Marley. I think it is Peter Tosh. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. And if you can't stay, my brother, don't. If you can't take blow, my brother, don't throw none. So if you can't, if you live in a glass house, do not throw stones. I don't talk against these things and still go around and do it. I don't do it. If I come onto your channel, and it will happen, but not that I am aware that I'm doing it. You know, yesterday Travel Sam TV was live, and I love to visit persons when they are live. Some persons I will catch them on the replay, but I also love to interact unless I'm busy. God's child, you don't cater to people's feelings. You're true to yourself. I find myself experiencing this too. Yes, man. Yes. Very much so, Dennis. And I was live, not realizing that I went over there. And just as I went over, I remember that I'm live. I'm not supposed to visit someone's live stream while I am live. All I could do was to type a message for him and let him know I'm sorry. You know, I'm not supposed to be there and I forgot. But I will be back on the replay. Yes, man. But persons blatantly know what they are doing and they do this thing. But this is not what we are talking about today. So if a person no like my channel, no come. If a person no like me, don't visit me. Don't try to tear me down, because I'm not trying to do the same to you. Leave me alone. Leave my channel alone. Leave me alone. All right? Yeah, that's just me. And people don't like how blunt I speak against these things. Persons have done so much injustice to my sister, Blessed Life Journey. That woman don't deserve for anyone to lay a straw in their way. And people do her evil for no reason at all. I'm enough to talk about it when I see it. I'm going to talk about it. I am going to talk about it. I am going to come in your chat and I am going to talk about it. People not like me for it. People dislike my channel. When my channel do you? And my mouth, and I'm speaking about the injustices that persons are doing. Don't do it. Do unto others as you want it be done to you. So if me too plain, I am sorry, but I'm not going to change who I am to please nobody. Bless up yourself, JB. Welcome, my darling. How are you doing, sweetheart? Welcome. I'm always happy to see you. I'm always elated. Yeah, man. Me always glad to see you, my JB. Yeah, man. If you go like me, if you go dislike me, because me talk the truth, because of the truth me talk, then too bad for you. Yes, Dennis. Dennis says, I continue to come here to know you because you are sharing a good thing. We need those things that you share, the love of God. Blessings, always. Blessings, Dennis. Blessings. And thank you for always coming back. You might not be here every day, every week, but you do turn up. You do show up. Yes, man, and I'm highly appreciative. Yes, JB. Yes, my darling. Yeah, man. All right. So let's get back to the topic at hand, okay? We have strayed long enough from the point. No, JB, I am talking on the topic. Should persons, whether young or old, live alone? All right? Should persons live alone, whether you are young or old? And when I say young, you have come of age where you can now go on your own and pay your own rent, pay your own bills, you know? So you are able to live on your own. Mommy too miserable, me can't live with her no more. And you move out and you live on your own. And Mommy too messy and me can't. You know, say you have some parents who nasty. Let me put it as it is. You have some parents, me not gonna say messy. They're nasty. Some parents. And the child, you have children who are very clean. And the roles are reversed just the same. You have parents who are very clean and children who are very nasty. And when you talk to the parent, because they are the parent, they get aggressive. Some parents will cuss you out. Come out of my house. Come out of my house. You're old enough now. Come out of my house. Yes, mommy, me soon come out of your place. I'm sure that nothing that I'm saying here is new. Me sure says somebody here must have heard stuff like this already. Parents are nasty. Children talk about it and then chase them out of them house. For the truth. Talk up and don't hold nothing back. Talk it like it is. Attacking it like it is, JB, not as it may be. Yes, it is. If them don't like you, keep it moving. Right, that's all right. That's a JB. No one never asked them to come over here. Come make trouble with people. Move up. Right, that's all. JB, if I love you one more time, believe me, man. Believe me when me tell you that. I'm speaking from my heart, JB. Yeah, man. And Dennis says, objectively, I think it is not good to be alone. I personally find people care too much about what others think. Yes. You know something, Dennis? Yes, man. That's okay, Miss TikTok. You have been here with me a mighty long time, and I do appreciate it, my darling. So you're free to go, darling. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your time. Thank you for your input as well. All right. Yeah, man. Have a blessed day. Until next time, see you somewhere. All right. Yeah, man. All right. So, you know, there was one time, Dennis, where I cared about what people think. I cared about what people thought of me, how people looked at me, you know, because they are seeing me in a bad light, in a wrong light. And there was a time when I just did not care what people think anymore. So someone came to me once and said, Miss Eileen, you know, say, such and such happened and whatever, what have you. More than one person. And I said, yes, I said it. I don't know what they're talking about, you know. I have no idea what they're talking about. Me say, yeah, man, it's true. Anything where you hear, anything at all where you hear is true. But me say, anything that you heard is true. Whatever you heard is true. I am not going to debate nothing. Roxanne, British, big up yourself. Bless up yourself. How have you been? How have you been? I hope you're having an amazing day or an amazing afternoon so far. All right, darling? Yeah, man. How have you been? How is the family? Hope all is well. And thank you so much for coming. Happy to see you. When you should care what God thinks. Yes, when you should care what God thinks over what people think. So true. It is a judgment that really matters in the long run. True. Hey, you're speaking facts in my Dennis. Yes, man. You're speaking facts, my brother. Yeah, man. Facts. And as I said before, it would be nice if someone come up here and share their thoughts instead of me alone. A chat. All right, so Dennis, if you want to come up and share your thoughts, that would be great. All right? Yeah, man. Okay, so they said, no, but me just ask you, me say, and as I said before, anything where you hear is, I'm not going to defend nothing. And someone else again came to me. They knew that what they are saying to me is not true, but they're asking me anyway. Miss Eileen, me here says such and such. Me say, yeah, man, not true. Me say so. She said, you know, so you have to stop it. You must stop it because nothing don't go so. I have stopped trying to explain to people or trying to explain myself what happened. No, me not depend that. If you said I said something or did something, yes, me do it. And the argument is done. I don't have no time to be back and forth with nobody. Time is too short now, man. I love my peace. I love my quiet. I love peace and I love quiet. I love to be happy. And at my age, I'm not getting younger. Me almost 60, somebody say. You're that far from 60. I'm maybe 3 or 4 years away, but I'm still closer to 60 than I was at 50. All right? Yes. So I love my peace. So any opinion that anyone have of me, that's your business. I live to please me these days. If it is my child, sorry. I live to please me and God. As long as Jehovah God is happy with me, then sorry. Yeah, man. Sorry. JB says, Miss Jazzy, Roxanne, big up yourself. Nice. Big up your nice, clean self, ladies. Yes, man. Dennis says, I'd hook me up with you, but I tend to ramble a bit too much at times. All right. It's better to stay here and think about what I want to say as not to distract you from your conversation. All right, darling. Right, that's our God's child. Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes. Right, that's our JB. Right, that's all. All right, so let me get off me now because we want to get back to the conversation at hand and get out of here. All right? Sometimes I chat too much. And JB tell me already, say, boy, we understand, okay, you're always there all over the place and it's okay. All right? Yeah, man. It's okay. So, I would have stated some of the pros of living alone. So here are some of the cons of living alone. When the older I get, the wiser I get. Getting old is the goal. There we go, Miss Jazzy. There we go. Blessings to you as well, Roxanne. Blessings, my darling. Yes, man. Let me tell you something. JB, leave me alone. I'm all over the place. But as the comments come in, I'm going to comment on it. Now, as you get older, you get wiser. You only get a day older each day. Your birthday, it's just the day that you were born, but every day you get a day older and you get a day wiser. Have you noticed that our young people are not living very long these days? You notice that our young people are dying very young, especially our young men. Don't know if you notice it. You should. So, as Ms. Jazzy said, the goal is getting there. The goal is to get old. Yes, man. We all would love to live to a ripe old age. I would love to live to see 75. I would love to see that if it is God's will. Not with this health. Not with a health that is deteriorating. I don't want to be a burden. So if I'm going to be a burden, then God will fix it. But the goal is to get old. And I don't want to get old and live alone. I would love to get old and have a companion if it is God's will. I never know that I would actually say this. But you can't live with your children all the days of your life, don't it? They want for them privacy too, don't. And I really don't want to like live alone. If I'm going to live with my children, then I want to share the time, not to live with one child. But I have too many children. Not all of them are self-sufficient. I can't live with them all because some, not all your children are, not everyone is going to succeed at a certain pace. JB say, Allah, I tell you, you can't stop chat about yourself because you're a living testimony. So open your mouth and let it all out. That me I tell you, with no apology. Right there, so. JB, I can't bother with you. Mr. Brown, I cannot be bothered with you. Me and Mr. Brown, we got a thing going on. Sure, right there, so. Don't it, Mr. Brown? Listen to me. I hope your wife is not there. I'm just joking, okay? All right, little joke good and better than quarrel, not true? Yes, so I would like to live to a ripe old age, and I'm not living with one child, but I will live with this one. Probably spend 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, and a month here, a month there, however it is. And guess what? All of them want me to live with them. So me don't know how that I go. And this was from they were younger. So I am not such a bad parent after all. Because they claim I'm miserable, but I have a daughter who beat me. Believe me as I'm telling you. Them beat me, yeah man. And she beat me at being miserable. She don't like nothing out of place. Nothing. And it's not that she's miserable. When I will put it back, or I would not quarrel so much, but don't play with her. Because if you move something and she asks you, did you move it? Just tell her the truth. And all is well. But what? No, I know me move it and you know it's you. Then all hell going to break loose. So because of that, let's say she's miserable. However, as I was saying, it is for me personally, this is my view on living alone. It is not healthy to live alone. Because you might be living alone, and things can still happen to you. Yes. Living alone, there are so many things that can happen to you. Perhaps you're not sick. I'm not going to read that comment, JB. I'm not going to read that. Yay! All right. I heard you loud and clear. We all have to get, well, me now go say, we all have to get old, Roxanne. No, because whole heap of young people are dead. Yeah, man. Babies, small children. I was listening to a news the other day, and a small child, 4 years old, and is more than one time died by gun violence. Yeah. Another one, I'm not sure because I haven't heard anything whether he passed or not, where a woman set up the would-be death of the child's father and the mother because of a car payment. People them pay for them car and the person decides that them a hold on upon the money and them now give them back the money, and they got set up, and the woman went and checked. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that story. The woman, the husband, the gentleman, I think he was there, but the woman went and checked out, went to the lady or something. She went to check the vehicle or something, or I don't remember what she went to check on, but she was, unalived right there. And the gentleman and his son was also, shut up. Mm-hmm. But Roxanne, the whole are we all already. Well, I'm telling you, you hardly have people living again, JB, to be 70. You hardly have people living to be 70 these days. Them are dead from baby stage, from baby age. One man grape him 8-month-old baby, his own 8-month-old baby, grape her, if you get what I'm saying, and bashed her head in. 8 months old. This world is sick. This world needs healing. When you can look at an 8-month-old, that baby, sis, blessings, my darling, blessings. When you can look at a 6-month-old baby, sis, I shouted you out earlier. I know you were not here, but I had to give you a shout out, Sister Bless. I love you, my darling. Amina, Heidi, because you know, say Eileen, love you. Right, that's all. All right, my darling. I know you're busy and you can't tarry. All right? Yeah. When you can look at a 6-month-old, 8-month-old baby, sorry. If we live to see 50, we well live and can't complain. Right, that's all, JB. Right, that's all. Amen. Amen. Story done. Argument closed. True, true. True, true. When we look at our young people's lifespan these days, it is so true. Many of our young children are not living to see 20. When you look at the age that these young men are dying, teenagers pick up violence and they're not living half their days. Anyhow, back to the original topic. Here comes beautiful Kevnish. I also shouted you out, my darling. God's child have been here listening. All right, sure. Welcome, darling, and thank you for being here. You are a blessing. All right? Love much. Whole heap of love to you, my darling. Whole heap of love, Kevnish. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in the background. I don't know if Raban is here because we know how Raban stay. But thank you so much for being here. And thank you always for supporting this channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. God bless. Miss Jazzy is saying hi to Bless and hi to Kevnish. Sister Bless is on the job, so she may not be able to respond. Bless life journey. Happy morning. You can put down your phone now and go to the people that work. All right. Love you, my girl. Right, that's so. Boy, look like me I go down that topic here today at all. But anyhow, let me say how fast we can run through. All right. So, no, the cons, the upside, or however you want to say it, the downside, whatever side of it you're looking at it from, all the responsibilities falls on you when you are alone. All the bills, all the cooking, and a lot of people don't like to cook, so they go restaurant, cost them more money. The maintenance, the upkeep, probably of your house, your car, whatever, your grounds, all of that is now on you. When if you had your husband, your boyfriend, your spouse, whatever, I know that you have some women who are very, very self-sufficient. Let me go and eat something. I wonder if my sugar low. Me not feel bad, but when I got up to go into the kitchen, I felt kind of lightheaded. So I wonder if my sugar low, because I don't really, but it shouldn't. Because me eat fruits. All right. No, living alone, not just on your TV. No one to share thoughts with. I'm not talking on the phone. I mean another body being in the home with you to share laughter. So anybody here ever laugh to themselves? Remember something, I laugh to themselves? You're not getting crazy. I do it too. Thank you for that, JB. Thank you for that. Double tap your screen as you join, guys. Double tap your screen. I don't even know how much I don't know how much thing there may have. Thumbs up. But nonetheless, yes, you're not alone. You are definitely not alone, Dennis. You're not alone at all. Trust me on that one. Laugh to myself, talk to myself. Yeah, man. Yes, you're definitely not alone, darling. So, there is not a body inside the home to really share laughter with, to share the bills. Okay, my darling. Okay, see you in a bit. Blessings, my sister. Until next time. Hoping to see you back, but if not, then it's fine. Be blessed. Walk good. No, as I said before, all the responsibilities falls solely on you when you're alone, when you live alone. And sometimes you come in from work, you're tired and you're overwhelmed. Sometimes you want a shoulder. Sometimes you're at work and you cannot break down on the job. You have to wait until you go home. When you go home, you're there crying by yourself. You know, so sometimes, I believe, sometimes, and notice the operative word is sometimes. I think that's why people take themselves out. Because they don't have that shoulder to lean on when they go home. Four walls. They don't have someone to express what their day was like. Sometimes you want to cry. Sometimes you're crying. And you know, if someone is there for you to really cry and rest your head on their shoulder, it is so much calming, so much more soothing than when you're alone and you're going through something. So it's just four walls. You become overwhelmed and there is no one to share that burden with. There is no one to share the load of being alone. Whether you're washing, you're cooking, sometimes you need a little help. You're living alone, you have a day off or 2 days off, and you have errands to run. You have to go out on the road. You have these errands to run on your days off. So you have to schedule your time around those times. What I used to do when I was working and the children are small, well, not small, but when I was working, I still had children in school, and I don't put my responsibility on the older children or the bigger ones. I don't do that. I would still cook. I would still have to go to work, come home. If children are there, then if the bigger ones are there, they will cook. I don't need to come home and cook. I will still wash. I will still carry out my chores as if they were small. That has always been me. So I have always been able to share that burden. When you're living alone, the burden lies solely on you. JB says, all depends on what some people have been through in life. They find peace and quiet. It's not good, but it is what some people want to do. That is so true, JB. So true. Thank you for that. Guys, see with me, I'm eating an orange. My orange not finished. My daughter-in-law bought some oranges. I've never seen this color orange in all my life. Inside of the orange have almost the same color of the orange skin. This was definitely made. And if people are so good at making these vegetables, no vegetable not supposed to not have seed. Every vegetable is supposed to have seed. Yet, vegetable and fruits, no seeds. And of them something I sick we have. Anyhow, you have the cleaning to do all on your own. You have the bills to pay all on your own. Maintenance, it's all yours. When you get tired, when you get overwhelmed, you're all alone. All right? Those are some of the downside to living alone. Now, hard days, the days when some things gets even harder for you. Those are the days you might feel more overwhelmed. Let me know if you would like I don't have time to find normal food these days. It's bad. It's bad, Dennis, very bad. Take your time, don't bite your tongue. It's not a nice feeling. Can I tell you? Can I tell you? Okay, sis. Okay. Thank you, sis. Autocorrect. That's all. That's okay. That's okay, Dennis. Thank you, Kevnish. Okay. And as I was mentioning earlier, on those days when you come in from work and you're feeling so overwhelmed, there is not a body there with you for you to shed some of that burden on. Nobody there to comfort you because you're alone. Then it says, my phone is getting old and it has problems. Sometimes autocorrect goes haywire. Got you. But even for the phones, the smartphones that are not malfunctioning, they too type what it wants to type at times. And you still have to correct. So you're not alone, Dennis. All right. No comes safety issues, safety concerns. Sometimes, especially if you live in a big house, you can feel vulnerable. I remember one time I was working in Barbican. If you're a Jamaican, you will hear of that place, Barbican. And the house is an average size. All right. Now, when I was working there, me make sure every door lock. Every doors are locked. The windows, you know, they are mesh and they are grilled. But I am always like on pins and needles because I am alone. This was in my younger years, much younger, in my 20s. Whole heap of years. Whole heap of years. All right, ago. And you can just imagine now, for some persons who would have been like me, living in a big house, feeling vulnerable. You know, I was not living there, I just worked there. And I remember that I'm always alert. I was outside one day washing some baby clothes. And while I was washing at the sink, my back was turned. There were some beautiful sweet mango trees were in the back of the yard. So you know, up there, so kind of looking like a forest or looking kind of like a wooded area. And there were men who would jump fence and walk through yards, probably looking something to steal or a woman to ravish. And I was that woman that day. I would have been that woman if I was not alert. I'm always looking around, looking behind me. I was outside. And like a presence of mind said to me, look behind you. When I looked behind me, lo and behold, a man was coming toward me with newspaper gleaner under his arm. And he also had his tool in his hand. If you're a Jamaican, you will know what I'm saying. A man with his tool in his hand, walking toward me, sharpening that tool that is already ripened. Read between the line. Guys, I took my time and edged my way in. The door wasn't far. And probably if he had run and grabbed me, well, dog would have eaten my supper that day. I think we should be outgoing. And that being done can be very bad. Yes. Makes people feel things that are not true. We need people to help us get through things. Else people will become bitter. That's true. Dennis, pure facts you have spit out this morning. Yes. Yeah, man, you're spitting facts. So, had I not been alert, you know what would have gone? You know what would have happened that morning? But thanks be to God, I was alert. I saw him and I took away myself. I locked the grill, went inside, and he was trying to calm me down, to tell me, it's okay, you don't have to run, you don't have to run. I'm not gonna hurt you. I went in. I went inside. So imagine persons. They can feel vulnerable living alone. At times. Even if you are not sick, emergency can happen at any time. You can just pass out. You can be sick and don't know that you are sick. And you just pass out, you just black out. And if someone was there with you, mark you know, even though I'm not living alone, I'm here alone by myself. So I have to take extra precaution in what I do. If I'm feeling lightheaded, or we would say giddy, I go and sit down. I find somewhere that is nearby that I can sit. So you will have persons who, even though they are not sick, things happen to them. People can go in on them. Sometimes, even when you live with people, people go in on you and harm you just the same. But you feel more secure when persons are around you. Let me just quickly try to wrap this up. We won't cover all the bases today, but you can feel free to leave your comments. Some persons become too comfortable as well, being isolated. They become, you have some old people who don't want to live with nobody. They might be sick, they may not be sick, because you have some people, live to be a ripe old age and they never get sick, but they die. I remember yesterday I was telling a story, basically when I was a child, and I used to live in a district called is it Bluefields district? It slipped me again. Brighton district. Brighton, Bluefields, Westmoreland. And that lady, she was old, the lady I lived with. She was old. She and I lived together. I lived with her. And she was not sick. She never had high blood pressure, not that I'm aware of. She didn't have diabetes. She was not diabetic, nothing. She only had arthritis. And she died. Old age. These days, and I never knew about cancer. And I was like, probably about 6-7 years old at the time. Never heard about cancer. These days, everybody have cancer. I didn't even know everybody lived with cancer, but it doesn't affect everyone. Because your immune system attacks it and fights it off. I didn't know that. And Dennis says, yes, if we are alone too much, we can get trapped in our own opinions. Yeah, there needs to be a balance. Yeah, good and bad. So there's a reference point for improvement and understanding. I agree with you. I agree with you. Oh, Lord. Let me see. All right. Now, I connect and I can relate to just about any and everyone, socially and otherwise. It doesn't take any effort for me. I can live with just about anyone, just the same. It doesn't, you have some people, it's hard for them to live with anyone. Very hard. For me, it's not hard. Not at all. It's a mind thing for me. You tell yourself that you have to do this. And you just do it. For me, that is. For some people, it's difficult. They complain about everything. Some things they just don't. Or let me say they can't or they don't and they will not overlook. That's just how it is. All right? Some people to how they have been with themselves for so long. What happens? They withdraw from society. Let me see. And we are our brother's keeper, so we must be in the world. Yes. Even if it's not what we want, we should help those who struggle with these things. Listen, I'm happy that you are here to share those thoughts this morning. Facts. Yes, man. So true. Thank you all for your input, all of you. Thank you all for your time. And I am very appreciative of your time. It's not unnoticed. Happy that you would have shared your thoughts with me. Some people, they don't even know that they have withdrawn from society because they are so accustomed to being alone that they withdraw from even their own relationships. You would say they grow apart. It's one person that has grown apart in that relationship. Yet still, they don't realize this. Some people will realize while some doesn't. Yeah. And it's just a fact. For some persons, it takes intentional effort to stay connected with people. Some people have phone and they never call a soul. Don't know if anyone knows what I'm saying, if they have experienced this. Since I've been live here, I got several phone calls. Blessings in abundance to you as well, Dennis. Blessings. And then wrapping up, I will say this. Living alone can be a season of deep spiritual grounding. Yes, living alone, you find peace. And as you get older, you don't want anything to disrupt your peace. Oh Lord, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, sorry about that. All sort of things going on here. Okay, as I was saying, sorry about that. When you live alone, sometimes, for some persons, it can be there, you will have that season of spiritual grounding. You spend alone time where God speaks in the quiet of those moments. When you are being creative, when you're trying to write, some persons are authors, they write, and they sometimes isolate themselves. So it all depends on each individual. They have their time, they have their season when they will go off by themselves in a cabin, in the woods, wherever, somewhere safe though. And there comes that creativity. All right? That's where their creativity flourishes when they are alone, when they are by themselves. No disruption, away from everything, away from everyone. Sometimes not even their cell phones. Sometimes the simplest thing can distract you and you have lost your train of thoughts for that moment, for what you're about to paint, for what you're about to put on canvas. My son is an artist, so I can tell you. Or should I say I have a son who is an artist. All right? It also, though, requires community, and emotional balance. Living our lives requires these things where you interact with someone. As I said earlier, you have your children and they becomes adults. They don't always want parents. And you have some parents who are very nosy. You have some parents who are very they dip their nose where it's not needed. And they try to get in their children's relationship. Parents can damage relationships. I'm sure that you are aware of this. Parents can do great damage to relationships. So we have to be extremely careful of those things. All right? We have to be mindful. That's why some parents, some children, when their parents gets older, then put them in a nursing home. This was what I spoke about yesterday. Because their parents don't know when to stop. They don't like their daughter-in-law, they don't like their son-in-law, and they come between them and make mischief. So they don't want them around. Thank you, Miss Gay. That's all right. That's all right, darling. That's all right. Me figure say something was happening. And that's all right because it happens to me as well. Sometimes I don't remember that I was on someone live stream until hours later when me go check live stream. Done. Yes, man. So I totally understand what you were saying. But Miss Gay, we had a beautiful discussion, man. We had a beautiful discussion, darling. Yeah. So, you have some parents, for real, who mash up their children's life because they dip their nose where it's not needed. You don't split justice where justice belongs. You know your son wrong or your daughter wrong, and you don't split justice. You know, because it's your child, and because you know, like your daughter-in-law or your son-in-law. Yeah. So that's why some people are put in nursing homes. Yeah, man, get rid of them. And sometimes they aggravate their children so much, they don't want to see them. They don't turn back and look for them. Sometimes too, I spoke on this yesterday, didn't want to really go back there, but sometimes too, they just want to get rid of their parents. They have served their purpose. So they park them. They no longer have any use or they are no longer of service. So you park them. And these are the reality that we face every day. So let me wrap this up. Because I say me I go wrap it up, you know. All right. We have to, even though we may live. When I was younger and my children were smaller, I had to find a place of quiet. I had to find a place of peace and try to protect my peace, because when you have a lot of children, you know, me tell you something, you know, it's not easy. It is not easy. All right? I used to go, because, you know, Jamaica bushy. Where I'm living, I have a lot of bush surrounding me. And I had the beach not very far from home too. So I used to go to the beach. I used to take walks, man. And sometimes my children, them aggravate me so much. And I don't want to lick them. And I don't want to cuss, because, you know, when you are young parents and you get aggravated, you start cuss and you quarrel. Me Jamaican people, Miss Gay, and JB, you know exactly what I'm saying. Kevnish, you know exactly what I'm saying. You know want cuss and you know want carry on, because me used to cuss. Yes, man. And to protect my peace, sometimes me cry, you know, man, because me frustrated. So I would cry. Yes, man, your pitney they make you bawl when they're younger, because you're frustrated. You don't know what to do. And I used to leave there. They can't find me. Now it's their time to cry. And they know some of my spots. So they would find me. If I'm in the bush hiding, they would find me and they would come and they would accuse each other. Are you make mommy gone and are you make mommy gone? Are you caused this? Yes. So in order to protect your peace, you have to do what you have to do to protect your peace. It doesn't mean that you have to live alone. Dennis says, I have bad experiences with those places. My mother's parents were treated very bad in one of those places. I will never trust one of those places. I take as much care of my mother as she will allow. There you go. I am sorry that you were not here yesterday. Dennis, I am so sorry that you were not here yesterday. I did not have such a beautiful discussion as I have today. But I'm looking to see you tomorrow. We can go more in depth on this one as we find out how to make living alone feel more peaceful and joyful. We can just let me know if it is something that we can explore. All right? And let me know, or you can let me know of a topic that you would like us to explore. All right? We know sometimes it's hard, it's difficult to find some topics sometimes, but these discussions are topics that we really need to have, because persons should not be living alone, and the persons live alone and they are thinking that it's okay. When you get older, and it doesn't matter if you are young or you're old, it doesn't pay to live alone. As I would have stated earlier, I don't want to live with my children, just one child. Always. Sometimes, a young people them, and them want to do them thing in the city out there, so mommy they home, they can't do it. They want experience little hit in the kitchen, chore up on the counter. Some persons are gonna say no, me nasty. I'm speaking facts, people. I am speaking facts. And if you are in a relationship and you are in love, anywhere you want to fling and dash your wife and your husband, you should have no limits. I'm speaking facts. You are married, so nowhere is out of bounds. All right? No, you have 2 rooms. Probably you want to go in the other room, you want to go in the closet, you want to go somewhere else. I'm just stating the facts. So sometimes, always, you would have glad if mommy give you a break. My son don't want me to give him a break. Him don't want me to leave here. All right? But sometimes you have some parents who can be very overbearing. When I hear any of my children arguing with their spouse, I keep myself busy. And if they ask me for my opinion, I'm going to give my honest opinion. I am not going to be that parent who, because it's my son or because it's my daughter. No. But I'm just stating the facts. And if you don't want to hear the facts, don't come over here. And these are my thoughts, and everyone is entitled to their own opinion. You must agree with me. You don't have to agree, but we can agree to disagree. All right? Yes, JB. No doubt about that. Dennis said I had a rough day yesterday. Sore from the snow cleanup here. Oh my, I'm sorry to hear that, Dennis. Take it easy. Remember, we're not young anymore, Remember, we are not young anymore. So, I would like at some point, And at my age, it's not about sex. At my age, no. That feeling is far gone. That feeling is dead to me. And I'm being honest. I'm happy that I don't have a spouse, because he would have problem. So, it would be nice to have someone lying down with, someone you can share thoughts with. But, the man I go want something. Not true, Miss Gay. So you better me go and live with my children them. I will say that. Thank you guys for sharing your thoughts with me. Thank you all for being here. And let's see what tomorrow's topic will be. And hoping that I will have a beautiful discussion as we had today. Until next time, guys, walk good. Be safe. Be blessed. Be a blessing. Walk good. But most of all, you know something? Walk with God. Blessings always. Bless up yourself, Miss Gay. Dennis, thank you for your time. JB, bless up yourself. Miss Gay and everyone, Kevnish, Sister Bless, don't know if you're hearing me. We are out of here. Be blessed and be a blessing, everyone. Have a blessed day. Listen to JB, you know. Listen to JB. Me people, don't listen this. Listen this. I'm going to put it on screen because I don't even want to read it. Make I show you up. JB, I'm going to talk on this one tomorrow. I'm going to talk on this one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am going to talk on this one. This one is going to be very steamy. So I'm going to set it up for tomorrow. All right? People don't, people, I don't know how to say this, but I was young and a whole heap me got through. So if me not get any more, it is okay. Because really I don't need it. A few minutes of joy. And that's it. But me can't live without it right now. I can. So JB, me I look for you tomorrow, you know. I'm looking for you tomorrow. Alright? I'm going to find out something on this topic. And we can discuss it tomorrow. JB, you have to behave yourself. You're too harder. Blessings, my beautiful people. See you all same time, same place. Walk good.